Hey guys, it's Max with Max Tech, and this is
Noah.
And today, what are we doing?
We're gonna make me a computer.
Yes, so I built my first PC when I was 9 years old with my oldest son Noah. We're starting him off even earlier. So how old are you?
6.
6 years old. So we're doing a budget PC. This is about $500 or just under $500, something that is a really good setup if you're just getting started or if you're on a low budget. And it's gonna be capable of pretty decent 1080p gaming. So we have a 1080p monitor at home. We're gonna get him set up so we can go and play some games together. Now in front of us, we have a series of parts that we chose strategically to make this be really cost effective. I have the full parts list down below in the video description. And as we go on, if you've never built a PC, this is gonna help you out. I'm gonna do some simple explanations about certain parts and show you exactly where to plug everything in. In fact, Noah's gonna be doing this. So let's start out over here. What is this thing right here, Noah? I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting it open.
I don't know.
So this is the PC case. There we go. Here, help me take it off. And then the next part that's gonna go along with the case is this thing right here. This is a cheap LED strip. I believe it's red, just a few bucks, and it's gonna give it a nice little accent to make it look good. The next part that we have are these two sticks right here, and this is RAM. Along with that, we have our hard drive. So this is actually an SSD. That means it's fast, 250 gigabyte one. And this is where everything gets stored.
So if it's in the computer, then it remembers everything you did?
Yeah, kind of. Exactly. So that's called an SSD. And next we have this box right here.
Let me open it.
Yeah, go ahead. And let's carefully, be very careful with it. So this is the motherboard. And this little chip right here, got it out of the box already. This is an Intel i3 processor. Yep, hold it this way so they can see it. This is like the brain. So this is what does all the thinking. And then this is what cools the brain down, this fan. This is the graphics card. This is what actually plays the game. This is what makes the game show up on the screen, on your monitor, and makes it to look nice. So this is an NVIDIA 1650 graphics card. It's on the entry level. The performance is pretty decent for 1080p gaming, and it should work well in a budget system like this. And then we have one last piece over here. So this is the power supply. This kind of makes electricity. It takes one kind of electricity and makes it into different kind of electricity.
So Daddy, so every different thing, they need different kinds of electricities?
Yes, if you give this too much electricity, it can break. So this is a power supply. It gives the right amount of electricity for all the different parts. Cool?
Yeah.
All right, let's build it. So we're gonna start by taking off just these side panels. You don't really have to do it in this order, but we're gonna just open it up. And I do wanna let you guys know that we are gonna be doing a separate video about the actual gaming performance of this system. We'll have a link down below and also at the end of this video, as well as time cards if you want to skip around to certain parts. All right, we're gonna set the side panels off to the side. Now we're gonna put in the CPU. So that is the brain. Flip it all the way up. Yep. Okay. Now
Put the brain inside and then put it back over?
Exactly.
Ah.
So you see this triangle right here? This triangle needs to align with the triangle that's on here. There you go. I think it dropped right in. Perfect.
It feels like it's gonna break.
It does feel like it's gonna break. You're right. A lot of people are actually scared when they're building their first computer. Here, I'm gonna help you push a little bit.
There.
But it does not break. Bam. Ooh. See, that cover popped off automatically. Now let's go ahead and we're gonna put the cooler on. We're gonna put a small amount on here. Go ahead and push it out. Very, very slowly. Oh, stop. Now it's actually perfect right there. We're gonna line up the little holes on the side. We set down the fan. Now go ahead and push right here. Just push down on there. Nope, on this thing right here. So that is what locks it in. Push harder. So there we go, that was easy, right?
Right.
So go ahead and plug this in. So this is how it gets electricity. Now we're gonna go ahead and plug in the RAM just so you guys can see how to do it easier and so you understand how to do it. There are two holes, see these little holes right here? Those are two little screws that are going there to hold the motherboard inside the case. So it's actually better to put in the RAM afterwards. It'll make it easier to screw in if you do that later, but just for the sake of seeing how it's done, we're gonna do it right now. Push down, yeah. There you go, and the next one. There we go. Next, we're gonna get the system set up and install the motherboard. So do you see these little holes right here on the motherboard? That is where we put screws in. Do you see there's some other holes in here too? But what we have to figure out is which ones line up. This is called the I/O shield. So inputs and outputs, that's what I/O is. Do you see how we have these circles right here and these circles?
Yeah.
Exactly, so that's exactly what it's gonna be, but we have to actually put this inside the case first. Gonna line it up right here. And these are little locks, like little springs that are locks. Okay, now go ahead and push. Put your hand in here from the bottom. Yep, and push up. There you go, you got it.
I already did this thing.
One finger? Okay, well, you're good at it then. Now, we are ready to put our motherboard in. Slowly get it in. And we are going to push it all the way back and line up those circles. So we have 6. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 up there. These parts are really hard to show on camera, but you'll see where they go. So we're gonna do this one, and then we're gonna do the other 5. So now we're gonna go ahead and plug in the fan. So you see this fan right here? What this does is it sucks in air, helps air come in from the front, from the top, and it blows the hot air out. Just like you did before, except this time you're gonna plug in right there at the top. So now we are gonna get our SSD ready. The reason we went with one of these is just because it's cheaper than the M.2 ones, even though it's a little bit more difficult. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab 4 of these rubber pieces. So these rubber pieces are gonna allow us to connect it to the case, those special cutouts. Go ahead and put it in here. And it's gonna help for it not to vibrate at all. So what are we gonna do now, Noah?
We're gonna put this in these big holes and then slide it in the little holes.
There you go, you put it into the big holes. So you can actually mount this and now push really hard. All right, so now we got that in, we are gonna connect these cables right here. This part's hard to show on camera, but take your time, look at the manual, and maybe get some help as well. Now we're gonna plug in the SATA cable since we plugged in USB right next to it. The other end, we're gonna connect right to the SSD. All right, man, you ready for the power supply?
Yeah.
So we have to unscrew these 4 screws, and then this little inside portion is gonna pop out. We're gonna connect it here, and then put it back in and screw in these 4. So go ahead. All right, there you go. Nice, and while we're at it, go ahead and unscrew this one.
Unscrew it.
Yep. So this is the little cover where we're gonna put the graphics card. So do you see where it's gonna go? It's gonna plug right into this very long slot, these connectors. But before we do that, we have to take off a few of these covers. At the top, I'll help you out.
That was easy. I didn't know it goes like that.
Yep.
It's because you helped me too. Yeah, but thank you for helping.
You're welcome. So these 2 parts right here, those need to go behind the motherboard. And this whole section right here needs to pop and plug into here. So go ahead and line it up. Take your time. Don't go too fast.
There.
There you go, man. Good job. So now we're going to put this little cover back on. We have to have the cover on first before we screw other things on. This cable right here is going to connect at the very top corner over there. And that other fat one is going to go right here. I'm going to grab this and check this out. Actually, it is on. You got it in all the way. It just doesn't make the clipping sound. Good job. High five. This crazy bunch of cables, we're going to need to hook one up to here, and that's going to use one of these connectors right here. See how it has a straight line and a little edge? That it's a corner. So that has the same exact one there. And then we also have our little LED light. So it's going to glow red. All right, we got that. Push.
That's easy.
There you go. That was much easier. That's it. We connected pretty much everything. Yep, line it up there.
Oh, we'll need to screw it on.
Ooh, now we got to be careful not to touch this glass or the plastic so they don't get it all dirty. And Go ahead and put the filter on top. That is cool. I like how they made that. For a cheap case to have filters at the top, the front, and the bottom.
I like it.
That is very nice. All right, man. So go ahead and grab the cable now. Let's get our monitor set up. All right, you ready? Are you ready to press the button?
Yeah.
That is the on button right there. The monitor's turning on. Do we have Hackintosh installed on this hard drive?
Who's Hackintosh?
Hackintosh.
Who is that?
It's for Mac.
What's for Mac?
You'll figure that out later. All right. As soon as you see the screen turn on, start hitting that button a lot. There you go. Hit it. There you go. Okay. Let's press down. Enter setup. We're going to just unplug it. Go around to the back and plug it into another blue one back there. All right. So we did that. Hit the little reset button there. That makes it turn on and off. All right. So now, as soon as you see it, there you go. Perfect. Oh, look, now we have this next one. We're gonna go down. Wait, which one's which? We're gonna use this now.
What does it do?
So that, what I just clicked on, the one that said SanDisk, that's the brand of the little thing we plugged in, that is gonna install Windows. And Windows is gonna let us to be able to download games, go on the internet, watch videos, all that stuff. So
I like the magic thing. Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah. So there we go. Go ahead and grab this. Go next. And install. High five. All right, turn around to the camera. So there we have it. We're gonna look at that one. All right, so we selected our SSD. We're gonna hit new right here. Hit apply. And okay. There you guys have it. Noah, congrats on building your first computer at age 6. This is gonna be his new gaming PC. So we're gonna have 2 systems set up next to each other at home. At this time, I have a bunch of computers. They're all at work for work stuff, nothing at home. So now we're gonna have a couple systems set up over there. So as you guys can see, this is fairly easy to do. Hopefully all those steps kind of gave you an easy explanation on what the different parts are and how you can build a system very easily and fairly quickly. So if Noah can do it with a little bit of assistance with this video, you guys should be able to do it as well. Noah, did you like doing it?
Yes.
All right, give me a hug. All right, so if you guys want to see how this system performs, make sure you guys subscribe. We're gonna have a link as well in the video description to that video, so you guys can go and check it out and see how this $500 system can game. So thank you guys for watching. This has been Max and Noah. Look that way so they can see you. And we'll see you guys in the next video.
Daddy, are we gonna make another video?